So, you've had the community member training course with the Longmont Community Justice Partnership. But it's been a few months, maybe even years ago, and you're wondering if you're up to the job now. And you're not exactly sure what it is you're supposed to do this time. Well, here's a quick refresher on the process and what will be expected of you in the community conference itself. The most important thing for you to bring to a community conference is yourself. You bring the emotional impacts your life has given you, either through your own mistakes or through the mistakes of others. And if you're willing to risk being vulnerable, prepare yourself to share your own experience with failure. You bring your relationships with your family, friends, and our greater community. You bring your willingness to problem solve with the community circle to find meaningful repair for the harms that are found through the process. And you'll bring your curiosity about everything that happened and what can be done to make it right. You don't have to be perfect. The circle is there to support everyone, including you. Now, some expectations of you as a community member. You have 2 tasks: bring community harms and bring ideas for the contract. So a common question about community harms is, I don't see how this could affect me directly. What do I do? So think about your connections to the greater community, your family, school, work, church, or social groups. Like, for a shoplifting case, you might not own a business, but you or those you know might shop there. And the shop raising its prices to cover losses or being surveilled by the security systems might affect you or those you know or love in ways the responsible party hadn't thought about. Kids graffitiing a bathroom at a park might not realize that the graffiti makes it so that you don't feel safe going there. Or in one case I had, a community member was a son who had a father with addiction problems. The son was able to speak candidly about what it was like having a father who couldn't forgive himself to a responsible party who was having extreme difficulty forgiving himself for his mistakes. And it opened the RP's eyes to the kind of harm he might be doing to his child by staying stuck in self-recrimination and shame. So think outside the box of just, how was I harmed? And think more about, how are the people I'm connected to harmed by this action? This kind of thinking also helps model how RPs might think about how they're connected to their community in ways they'd never really thought about before, helping them restore and repair their feelings of isolation. For contract items, bring ideas of actions that will repair the harms that the responsible party has done, not only to the harmed party, but also to their relationships, to their community, and to themselves. This website, link included above and in the information for this video, is an excellent resource. It includes links to volunteer opportunities and other repair ideas. Your co-facilitator should give you the responsible party's strengths, and using those strengths helps the RP to feel like they're being asked to do something they're good at doing to repair the harms they've done. Now, all contract items will have to eventually become SMART. S for specific, something that RP can do, not just a general idea. M for measurable, something that can be checked off a list of contract items. A for achievable, something the RP can do with the resources they have. R, related, something that directly repairs the harms named in the conference. And T, timely, what can be done within a reasonable time frame. So most community service items have a hard time with being directly related to the harm. For example, working for the R Center feeding program might be of interest to them, but that kind of service is completely unrelated to shoplifting, though it could be related to bullying someone homeless. Sometimes volunteer opportunities are gated by the organization that is running the program, either by the participant's age or, a few, have a restriction against those who are doing court-ordered community service. So if you have a volunteer idea as a contract item, contact the volunteer organization directly and ask if they take contract-specified community service, if they'll help the RP log their hours, if the RP qualifies for their program with respect to age, and what the time frame for a volunteer opportunity would actually be. Contract items that most responsible parties and their supporting parents or family don't think about are the ones that repair their relationships amongst themselves. Relationships are often strained by bad choices by the responsible party, and some great ideas often relate to doing things to help repair those relationships. Have the RP make a special dinner for the whole family, and as part of the meal, have everyone tell each other what they appreciate about them. Go out for ice cream or a treat together and enjoy it. Have the RP go to a concert with his wife that she's always wanted to go to. Have the RP go dancing at a favorite pub with his children and family and dance with them. It's better to have relationship building time built into these, and not just have them be buy someone a gift. Things don't repair relationships the way shared experiences together can. Sometimes, it's obvious that the RP has experienced harm themselves, and there's healing to be had in creating art that expresses those feelings. These are a few examples of some of the art that had been done in the past. One thing to remember is to stay away from punitive items. These RPs have recognized that they've done harm. They're taking responsibility and nearly always wish they had chosen differently, especially when they come to understand the further harms that their action has caused. Deterrent punishment will only cause harm in these cases. What we want is for them to feel like they have agency over their lives, that they can make a positive difference, and they can repair what harms they've done. The co-facilitator will help you through a mini version of the process of the conference itself. First, you'll go over the details of the case, like how the responsible person and the harmed person will go through their stories in the conference. This mirrors the exploration of what happened. Then, they can help you connect the dots between what happened and similar things that happened in your own life. How is this like something that happened to you? What kinds of harms have you seen from these kinds of actions? This can help you figure out a relevant community harm to bring to the conference. Together, you'll go over the responsible person's strengths and how to leverage those towards repair. They will talk with you about ideas for repair and how to make sure it's possible for the RP to do. Do the legwork and phone calls to ensure participation is possible. The co-facilitator should answer any questions you have about the process as a whole, and then they should be available to you between their conversation with you and the conference to answer questions that you have or to bounce ideas concerning either of your responsibilities. I hope this little video has helped you and that you feel more prepared about what you're getting into. Thank you for your work and time, and I hope you enjoy the transformations that come in our community circles.